This is today's live on Equa Television International. My name is Joyce Jakada. I'm so glad that you could join us on today's edition. We are talking about work, and I have my crew seated right here. Sambo Solomon Sabi is here, Jemima Emmanuel, and
Good morning.
Prudence Broker. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we all doing?
Hi.
I'm not even surprised. It's Monday, and usually you always find people looking calm and collected after the weekend. They just act like they were not the ones that were dancing at the church or at the weddings or the send off and all of that. But
because it's Monday, that's why we are
like,
calm.
see, TGIM.
Eh,
Whether people like it or not,
Thank God
we
it's Monday.
must do it. We must do the TGIM. So thank God it's Monday.
thank
and
God it's
we're
Monday.
so glad that, like I always say, that you wake up, your sound. In fact, even when you wake up and you're feeling some aches in your body, you should be grateful that yes, you're up. You just feel that. And when you sleep and wake up, it means that God is not done with you. God has not given up on you. There's always an opportunity to make things right. There's always an opportunity for improvement and all of that. So we thank God for yet another beautiful day. So, like the GM promised last week, that we're going to be answering some questions that people have sent, through the WhatsApp line. Mondays we talk about work, Tuesdays life, Wednesdays relationship, Thursdays we talk about education, and then Friday social media. So for each of our conversation or our topics, like people have sent questions, and for work, a lot of people have raised concerns that they need answers, and well, we're going to be sharing our perspectives on all of the questions that they actually raised. 3 questions we are going to be taking today, and I'm going to be taking it one after the other, so I don't dish out all the questions, and some people behind the cameras will be answering the questions before the people before the screen. So we want to answer questions that people can see and they can hear our responses. The first question about work, and I'm throwing it to all of you that are here. Why do I get tired of working? Why do I get tired of working? I often hear how people say, there's no work. I've been looking for work. I've submitted my application. I'm trusting God for this work. I'm trusting God for that work. Eventually, you get the work, and you're in the office or you're at the place of your business, and you're like, Nagaji, I'm tired. I feel overwhelmed. Like, I wish I can get some more sleep. Like, in the morning, you wake up and you don't feel like going out and all of that. You hear people, some will even make jokes about, I said I was looking for a job but not work. Or you hear people saying that I say I can work under pressure does not mean you should push me to my breaking point. So now you've asked God for work, you've asked God for open up opportunity for businesses, and you have it, but you're tired. So why do people say, like, why do people feel tired when they're at work?
Well, to feel tired is normal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing we should establish. To feel tired is normal, but at what point? At what point? You see, sometimes we get tired because what we expect is not what we get. That's when it comes to the level where you feel people like they're just overwhelmed.
So do you what you expect, like the tax that you're going to be given, or maybe the what you are being paid
Yeah,
does not equate to your
in all
service?
ramification. In
Oh,
all
okay.
ramification, one, maybe you are being employed
Mm.
with a certain like your letter of employment said you're going to do this and this and that, like maybe 5, and then you end up doing 10. It's not in the bargain. Possibly you feel yes, because you are here, there's nothing wrong, at least I can do it. So, and then
But you said
So
in your
now-
CV that you have ability to multitask. Is yours?
yes, yes, that's why I first say it's normal. That's why I said it's normal, because even if you are given the normal tax, the 5, at some point you get tired. Yes, at some point you get tired, because it's flesh and blood. Sometimes you get tired, not really because the work, the environment can just be toxic for you. even to operate. And you
true.
just feel tired. Sometimes the tiredness is not like you are tired because your flesh feel like you don't want to walk, but psychologically you feel you are tired because of certain things that is even affecting your your output. You understand? But you see, it is one thing for you to get tired. It is one thing for you to know the reason why you are there, and that reason why you are there is the one that you will keep will keep pushing you to that thing that you really want to achieve. At that working place, because whether we like it or not, so many things will come your way that will make you feel overwhelmed with the work that you are doing. But why are you there? That's the question that you ask yourself. For your sanity, is this something that you think you can continue? If it's not, then you do yourself a good for your sanity and then back out. But if you feel it's something that, yes, is a challenge that you can keep pushing, it's normal. That's life. You keep pushing until the day that possibly you find yourself not breathing. And that's the end. And you do your best. Give out what you are supposed to give because you set yourself a target and a goal. Though it's not easy, but you keep telling yourself, this is the reason why I'm here. These are my goals. These are my targets. I want to do everything possible within my reach to see that I meet up. Whether people make me, whether the office make me, whether my colleagues make me get tired and fed up with where I am, I will keep pushing because I know this is the target that I set for myself with the help of God.
Human being generally gets tired of something. Whether the work is there or the work is not there. In fact, people that wake up
I'm just
doing
saying I'm
nothing,
tired.
I'm tired. You're waking up from a long sleep, but you are tired. So
How are you this
generally,
morning? Then you hear someone,
Tired.
I'm tired.
I feel
Tired
like
of what?
in my sleep, I was walking. So generally, humans get tired. Then apart from that, I feel like there's this thing they always say that you want something, you wish for something, but when you have that thing, you no longer want it. You want another thing. An example is seasons in our lives. Sometimes you feel like this Harmattan is too much. Can this rain come already? The heat is too much. Can it come? Can the rains come already? And then when rain comes, I can't even go anywhere. Can this rain just stop already? Like, we're tired. Our clothes are not drying. So generally, humans, they get tired. And then relating it to work, I feel one of the reasons why one can easily get tired from work is not your inability to balance personal life and work. So it really gets you overwhelmed. Like things that you're supposed to do personally is entering into the work time. And then work that you're supposed to give in your all is entering into your personal life. So work-life balance is a major issue. So because you're at work and your mind is at home, things that you're supposed to do, you're not giving in your best. So you easily get tired, you're overwhelmed. You feel there's nothing you can do. And then when you are at work, your boss is going to be on your head tomorrow because you've not done what you're supposed to do at work. You're already feeling overwhelmed. So your inability to balance work and personal life really affects your productivity at work. I feel so.
I'm of the opinion that sometimes people just lose interest, and that's why you get tired at work. So the thing is, you go to work every morning because
The reason why
I'm trying to get there.
Okay,
I'm getting somewhere. So you go to
Prudence the younger.
You're like, please calm down, let me land.
Go ahead.
Thank God, Mooney.
Alright, so they're on my case again today. So
I will not interpret this one if you don't understand it.
they're on my case again today, but it's fine. Okay, so I was saying that a lot of times we get employment and we get to start going to work with an expectation. What's the expectation? See, some of us, especially in this environment that we found ourselves, we've gone to school because everybody says you have to go to school. And it's not like you really loved the course that you applied for in the first place, so you just went and did it. And now that you're working in the area, you're not finding fulfillment, so you easily get tired. So basically, you begin to drag your feet to work and things like that. And when tasks are being given to you and you reach a threshold, you just become overwhelmed and you're tired. You no longer want the work anymore. And you begin to hear people saying things like, please, who told you that adulthood was sweet?
In fact, I had somebody singing the song
Say
this
adulthood
morning.
is calm. So you get to that point because in the very first place, you were never interested in what you were doing. So you have to check yourself this time around. What you're doing, is it a place of interest or you're just doing it for a living, like to make a living? Am I just doing it so that I'll get the salary at the end of the day? At some point, you get tired of it if that's your mentality.
Okay, I heard you.
Funny enough, even what you're doing, if it's something you love, you still get
You,
tired.
that's
Yes,
that's the
I'm-
question I'm,
I'm-
about to
I'm-
ask, because
I'm-
Prudence is saying
Yes.
that you have to find out if you are interested in
Even
it.
if you
M-
love
Mr.
it,
Solo
you
also
get
mentioned that
tired.
earlier, that you have to ask yourself the reason why you are there. So if I know why I am there, and that is why I am actually there, I'm passionate about this work, I have interest in it, would I not get tired?
You do.
W-
because you're
wouldn't there
human.
be moments?
Because
You-
we are
I
human.
said-
At some point, I said, and earlier when I started talking, I said at some point you begin to lose interest. I used the word interest.
So what if you
deliberately.
don't lose interest?
It's. I don't
Is there
understand.
like, I have
There's
interest,
something that is
I'm-
making you.
I got
There's
the
something
job.
that is making you tired, and it's because there's something that is not interesting about your work anymore. So you have to go back to find what it is and
So
to
what
get it.
I
So
understand
my
that
point
there are moments where you just get, like, you just lose interest, and there are factors that contribute or that makes you just lose interest. Sometimes it's even the tax before you that can just make you just feel overwhelmed and not interested again. And then at that point, you feel tired. But what if with the tax, with the increasing tax, I get excited about the job? Do I still get tired?
I'm not sure.
Is there
if,
room of getting tired?
if
Because there are
if-
people that are naturally strong people. I've
Yes.
seen people work, like anything you give to them, even while they are doing this, and then you give them another task, they will tell you, I will do it. Like, they are passionate, they have interest in it, and they are just
Always
strong.
willing to learn.
Yes, there are people that are strong. There are people that I look at them and I see the way they work, and I wonder if I can do what they're actually doing. So if I have so much interest, if I have so much zeal and passion in what I'm doing, will there still be moments that I will get tired?
There would still be, because it's the flesh we're dealing with.
Okay.
But then this tired, I feel, is more of physical. Like is because of stress, not because you're losing the passion in the job. But this is more of physical. You know, there's no how you would do work, and then you don't feel the rest. So this is more of physical tiredness.
Okay.
Yes.
So I want to ask Prudence this question. She'll say I'm on her case this morning, but you know, I love to hear her English. I love to hear her English and all the younger.
Go, baby.
You know, all this go be. Okay, I just say anything.
Huh?
Back to the why I get tired. Are there moments that you like, this is what you do? Are there moments you feel tired and my interest is
There are moments where
okay?
you are
Somebody's letter is being typed right.
unsure. There are moments where you're unsure if that, or where I am unsure if this is exactly what I'm supposed to do, because I'm in it over my head. I'm overwhelmed by a lot of things. So there are moments I'm like, am I really supposed to be here? Okay, but yes, I'm supposed to be, right? And I'm trying to affirm for myself that this is where I'm supposed to be, and this is what I'm supposed to do. And I feel like it's not something that is peculiar to me, but a lot of people do face that. Sometimes it's a battle in your head about you, for you. So you get tired, you get a little bit overwhelmed, but you get back on track and things like that, and life goes on. Then days like that come up again and you go back on track. So majorly what I do when I'm feeling down and am I so sure this is what I want to do kind of situation, I go back and try to find what I love the most about what I'm doing and why I started doing it at first. I try to give myself a reminder. This is why you're here. Prudence, you love this. You love to write. You love to speak. You want your voice to be heard. Things like that. And then I'm back on track.
All right, generally, like people get tired. Whether we like all our responses, perspective, beautiful. People get tired because they are human, body and flesh. People get tired because their expectations are not being met. Like people get tired because they lose interest in what they are doing. Again, people get tired because the people they work with try to frustrate their efforts. There are people that are passionate about what they do. They have interest about what they do, but because the organization does not revolves around just them, you have to work with people that are coming from different background, people with different trainings, people with different ideologies, people with different wants and need. Like you all did not come or apply for that work because of one same reason. Somebody is just there, it's just about the money. Somebody, before he gets the job, he just is being the general manager or being the director of that place that is in his head. So whoever lights that, like any lights that seems to shine up and above, he tries to just dim that light. There are people that deliberately want to pull you down. They see how you are strong, how you're putting in all effort and all of that, but they are also determined. They work day and night to see that they frustrate that effort. There are people that take credit for what you do. Like they wouldn't want you to shine in any way. So they try to dim your light. They try to take credit for. So you can get exhausted and tired because of even the people that you work around with. Just think about it, that there is a task to be achieved. And then you have set out plans and how everything is going to be done. And then some people are putting in all the energy, and then some certain people that their own role too is crucial to that task being done. As see, just leave these things. Those attitudes can just get you exhausted, can get you overwhelmed, can get you just tired. And no wonder some people just say, I'm just tired of this job. And when you sit with them, it's not about the job, it's about the people they are actually working with. So you see, that can make you like just get tired. So just to personalize it, I've worked in beyond here, I've worked in other places, and generally I think some of the reasons why I get tired, for all the times, all the works I've done like passionately, like I was passionate about, I'm still passionate about whatever I do, but then there are people around you, like I said, that might be deliberate about not attaining the goal or not being productive. Or you work with people that are not productive, or you work with people that their mindset is not towards getting things done. Like imagine that you are asked to do, think about it during university days, that you'll be asked to do a group assignment, and you are out of 30 or 40 or 50 of you, like 90% of the members are not nowhere to be found until the day of presentation, and you are wowed, like, did you put my name? Did you put my name? It can be frustrating. In fact, some people just say, let the work not get done. Like they don't care. Let all of us just fail. But you see, that person that is deliberate about getting an A or a B will want to, even if it means that he should do it alone, he will do it. But because you are flesh and blood, and that responsibility is not meant for you alone, you get tired. You get tired. So it's normal for you to feel that way. But like Sambo Solomon said earlier on, because this is the question that somebody's asking out there, it's normal that you feel tired. You are human, flesh and blood. But then you have to manage your expectations. Because now you're feeling that I got this job, so before in the next 1-2 years, I will have a house, I will have a car, I'll be able to, and all of these expectations are not met. Or you're expecting promotion, you're expecting to move to the next, but you have been in one spot for years. It can be frustrating, can be draining, and it can make you tired. So learn to manage your expectation and just trust in God. Most times our trust, why we get tired, is because we trust man. Our gaze is at man to make things work. And if it doesn't work, you just get tired. You just feel, I shouldn't continue this way. So, but you leave it to God. At his own time, he will make things work for you. And interest, like Prudence rightly say, what keeps you going is your passion and your interest in what you do. So if it's normal for me to just feel overwhelmed, sometimes take a break. Like just sit, relax. It might even be in the office while you are working. You just feel exhausted. You can just take a walk. Just take a walk and then come back. Sometimes what you need is to eat. Eat food. Eat food. Just go out. Just
Or
eat.
listen to music.
There are certain music that you can just so while you take the walk, sometimes it might be just a message or teaching that you need, just so that you get yourself back. It's normal that you feel exhausted, especially when there are a lot of things to be done, and then the time frame. Sometimes there are people that tasks will be given, and then, oh, we need this done in the next day or in the next 2 days and all of that. So just take a break. There are times that you need it. Just take a break. If you need to take a walk, do that. So I hope this answered the question of people that are, why do I get tired of walking? And the second question, why do people gossip at work more than other places? Why do it's really funny. When I saw that question, I was like, wow. Why do people gossip at work more than other places?
It's funny. Although I don't share the same sentiments as this person who is asking this question.
Okay.
I feel like there are other places that are prone to gossip more than the work area. But market marketplace.
And then we don't want that even at work. Why are you people just behaving like,
Like
market
market
people? So, you know why? Because they believe it's an organization that has, or a profession with ethics. There are rules, there are regulations that governs. But okay, sometimes you can just find yourself in the marketplace. You are not governed by anybody. You go to work at the time you want to. You
class
close at the. There's no class rep. There's no. Even though now there are associations in the market that keep monitoring them, but it's just a place that you see all manner of people, different people, and
Everybody doing
his or her
own
work.
business. So I, as much as I don't share this person's sentiment, but I feel like the work environment where you find that you think, or we get the ideology that people gossip more at work is because the circle is knitted closely. The people you are working with are not as much as what you're seeing outside. So it's easy for the story to come back to your ears. And you find out that, okay, so yes, this person gossiped about me, these people spoke about me somewhere, and they said this and that. So basically, it's not that the workplace is where people gossip the most, although people do gossip there, but it's just that you're closely related to the people. You're more closely related to the people, and so it's easy for you to find out that you were gossiped about, or someone gossiped about somebody in the same organization. So and there's also the fact that a lot of people are jealous. She talked about how people just want to pull you down and drag you down and make your life just miserable. It's true, and you find that a lot in working place. Nobody wants, no, not nobody. A lot of people don't want people to succeed ahead of them. They want to be the ones to be succeeding. So if it seems like this person is going to outshine me, I have to find a way to stop that. So we go behind the person's back and we begin to tell stories, and it gets back to the person's ears. It gets to the top of the hierarchy in the organization and all that. So yes, it's just that it spreads very fast in the workplace because it's a closely knitted circle. It happens.
A lot of times, gossip comes as a result of you not being satisfied with something that was done, and then you want to talk about it with somebody that you feel shares the same. Yes, if I have an idea that both of us don't like what Prudence did or what Solomon did, we would want to come closer. It brings closeness. So we want to come and talk about it. And then in the workplace, there's hierarchy. There are people that are above you, and then these people that are above you, is not that they check their age and give them position. You may be older than them, but they are above you, and they are giving you instructions. They are trying to control.
I said this somewhere. Let me allow you land. Go ahead.
They are trying to control something, and then you are feeling disrespected. You are feeling like, why would this person do this? Moreover, when we were in school, this person was nobody. You are trying to bring sentiment into the whole thing. So because you're not okay with what that person is doing, you want to move and talk about the person. And probably half of the things you're saying are not true. But then if I want to talk with if I want to gossip with Prudence about Solomon, I would want to add spice to it, even things that are not true, just to make her feel more interested in listening to what I am saying. So gossip in the workplace a lot of times is because you feel you're being controlled, and then they need to just allow you do things, so you want to manipulate people, and then you also want to feel like you belong. If I don't gossip with Prudence, I don't belong now. So I can't sideline myself. I can't be an island. I need to find a group where we have one common goal. That is the gossip. Let's just talk about people.
Honestly, what unto you if the only thing you can offer is just gossip? True.
Exactly.
Because there are relationships that if you take away gossip, the people
Nothing
have
else
nothing
is
to offer.
remaining.
So for them to
Nothing.
sustain that
Mm.
friendship or
They
that
have to
relationship,
keep bringing
you have to keep.
updates, premium gist.
Let's hear elder sis perspective. Why do people gossip at work more than other places? Senior colleague, respond. Is you I'm talking to.
Or me?
Yeah, the man with the glasses.
You see, it's funny. When she was making her point, I was just laughing. She said,
Call him, right?
Jemima, you know, that something that will bring people together, like the ground which you are coming together to relate, is based on gossip.
God forbid.
Like seriously, you know, why can't we come together and say, Jemima, I'm not good at so and so area, and can you put me through? And you're like, earlier you said this, can you just put more light? Like, let's grow together and then make the organization better, because the more we grow, you know, together, definitely our angles, our argument, you know, it will be something concrete out there. But you know, she said something that definitely there will be something that someone is not cool with. And once you make an organization is a place where things like this thrive, you will never get the best of even the best that you have. Because even the best that you have, one day the person will get overwhelmed, and he will begin to feel the burden is on him, and he will begin to feel cheated. Before you know, the same person that you are thinking, he will start complaining. That
he doesn't even have to complain, but you see a reduction in his productivity. It just drops
Sure.
automatically.
Sure. So you see, one thing that I know for sure that people gossip at work is when there is injustice. When there is injustice.
Okay, I would like us to put this in perspective,
Okay.
because I'm already hearing different factors to the gossip. You see, we can't. The person that asked the question say, why is it that gossip? Why do people gossip at work more than other places? Like Prudence rightly said, it's not only at workplace that people gossip. In fact, there are people that can't wait to get home so that they can tell what.
I wanted to ask.
Yes, but I
who
really
did the statistics.
you get.
know, because
I
it's
would
something
really,
that
I
you
would really
can
like
argue
us
it.
to draw the line between concerns,
Mm,
like raising concerns and gossip.
mm,
Because sometimes when people even talk to you about what you're doing that is not right, is tagged gossip.
mm.
So what is even gossip? You see, when you talk about gossip, it is a report or a conversation
Mm.
about somebody's private life.
Mm.
That
And
is,
the person is not there.
you understand?
Mm.
So a report or a conversation about somebody's private life. So you see, there's private life,
Mm.
and now you work in an organization, and there is a common goal that you're working to achieve.
Mm.
And if you have a responsibility, you're not doing it right, and people talk about that responsibility, should it be gossip? Because we say it's about gossip is a conversation about somebody's private life
Mm.
that is unkind
Mm.
and untrue.
Mm.
Sometimes we hear things about us that we do
Mm.
that has to do with work that are true,
Mm.
but we tag it gossip as well. So why do people tag those things gossip?
I think
Do
majorly
you
it's
understand?
because the talk is not in your presence. They would not dare say it
Mm.
right before you. So they prefer to move aside and talk about it. That is majorly what makes
Because
it gossip.
fundamentally,
I
from
have-
this
let me add
definition now,
another-
Mm.
fundamentally, you see, the conversation or the reports that they talk about you now, it is about your private life. And then secondly, it is unkind, it is untrue. We know that Nigeria, we have a law of defamation. When they say something about you that is not true, you can go to court. You can go to court and get justice for that. But what if what they are saying is true? Do you target gossip?
You see,
Yeah.
I wanted to add this in the question. A lot of times, when it is negative, you tag it as gossip. When it is positive,
When they say something
don't say-
about you behind you,
yeah.
that they are applauding you. You don't
You
say they
don't say
gossip
it's
about
gossip.
me.
So what exactly do we tag as gossip?
Gossip.
So that's where the issue is. We haven't really gotten to the point where we are able to differentiate
Shit.
what gossip really is and
Concerns.
concerns or comments. If this concern, if and funny enough, if somebody even gossips about you and it is true that this is what it is, then I think the best way in a work environment, the best way to react is not, okay, so this person said this about me, and although it's true, why did he have to say it? No? But it's,
You know, some
it's
people will
more
say, why
about
didn't you, like
why
Jamima
did
said,
you
why
come
didn't you
directly
come?
to tell me?
What if you're not approachable?
There's
Or
that.
what if you are that kind of person that sees offense in everything? Because there are
Exactly.
people that, okay, though they see what Sambo Solomon is doing that is not right, and I can't talk to him. You were talking about earlier about subordinates and superiors. I can't go, maybe by virtue of the policy of the organization. Do you not know that some people, because of the respect they have for you, they prefer to go to someone that is close to you to talk, and they say, I noticed this and I don't think it's right. If you can talk to this person, is that gossip?
No,
It's not.
Because people tag it too as
It's not.
gossip.
if it will eventually get to you, it is not gossip.
And if it will eventually help you,
Yes.
if it is
It's
something
not.
that is supposed to help you, it's not gossip. It's just you.
And
who
most
is-
of the times people like that, they work with the information, like they change. But they are not happy that because they tag it gossip. But
yeah, we are always offended when things are said about us in the negative, whether it is true or not. So and especially when it is true that you are behaving like that, this person gets defensive, and that's why we always complain about gossip, because honestly, for the person who goes out to gossip about me, it's his business. I don't see it as a problem for me. If it comes back to my ears and I know that what I'm doing is not right, then I work on myself to make myself better. Tomorrow when he goes to go and gossip, he will not get a wrong thing to gossip about.
you know, I remember.
I think that's the best way to do that.
You know what? These things you can't stop people from talking, and that's why I said earlier on, we need to draw the line between gossips and concerns. It is totally wrong for you to go and discuss somebody's private life with another person. It is wrong for you to say things that are not true. And like I said, some people, because they want to be up and above you, they want to dim your light, they say a lot of things that are not true. Some people, because they are not happy with the position that you are occupying or the height that you have reached, they say all kind of things to make you look bad in the eyes of right thinking people of the society. And because of how damaging that could be to your personality, that is why we have a law against it, which is the law of defamation. When people say things about you that is tarnishing to your character, and it also makes you to be seen as bad person in the eyes of the right thinking people of the society. So it is not good, it is wrong that even in our world, our country, we identify with the law of defamation, even the law of sedition. When you talk against the government, that is not right. So why would you at the workplace sit down and cook stories that are not true? Because there are people that do that. You say things that are not true just so that you can gain favor, probably, or just so that you can water your relationship, because that's all you can offer. So it is bad. In fact, people have to be mindful with the kind of circle they keep, or even the conversation they engage in. Because, like, how important would that information be to you? There are certain informations that if you expose yourself, it's damaging to your mental health. Because you just go back and start thinking, like you said, injustice. People will come and tell you things that are not true. And you start feeling, I've been cheated, and it will affect your productivity as well. So at work you should be careful about the information you expose yourself to. At some point, I had some colleagues that they were talking, and one said, I don't used to know what is happening here, and the other person said, anything that happened in this place, I used to have information about it. And I pity the person that said I used to have information about anything that happened here. Like, how do you cope mentally? How? Because imagine that you are in the picture of everything that is happening. It will affect your productivity. It will
And
definitely.
you can even discourage it.
Yes.
When someone brings this kind of talk, say, does this person know about this? Have you told this person? Or let's go and meet this. Like, you have to discourage it so that they know that coming to you is a red light, is a red flag on its own. They won't even be bringing that
There are
kind
people
of
that
things
they
for
can't
you.
wait to get to the office.
Exactly.
What's the latest
Where-
update?
wherever jealousy thrives, gossip is established. Because you talk about personal life, and then you are bringing personal life into work. See, the only way I can make it look more serious at work is either because I've seen something that happened and I just feel Joyce is being favored, Joyce is being this, and there's no way I will just bring that issue and start talking with my colleagues, because they will say, no, it's because of this work. Then I will now bring personal thing, to attach to the work. Now you see how people maneuver their way, and they make gossip as a place where it should, based on the person that is saying that people gossip more at work. So you see, I bring that personal thing and I begin to discuss with Prudence. I say, do you see this, George? Even the work they are saying, they don't even know that she is this. And look at how they are being this and that and that. And before you know it, she begin to get interest. And she feel anytime she want to challenge you in the office, maybe based on she's jealous on the work you are doing, and the only way she can know she can get you is that personal thing that even seem like the me that shares with her. I told her the total truth. It's possible I cooked my own, and she will use that and then say, okay, I had this from someone. They said first hand.
Then she will add her own.
I have
First hand
And
information.
that's
they
the
will
funny
add,
thing about gossip.
yes.
Most people that carry this false information,
Yes.
they will go and explain it like they were at the scene. Those people that the information that they're giving that are not true. And then when you bring them to light and ask questions, say, it's not me, it was Jemima that told me. But you see, people are asking, why is it that we have gossip at workplace more? One of the reasons, I like the angle you actually came from. On a normal day, or in our society today, where there is absence of information, you give room for rumors to thrive. And that is why when the people expect certain information from the government and they don't get, you see rumors thriving. So at workplaces, if the right information is being passed, if informations are not hoarded, there's no way people will gossip. Like, think about it that, okay, you have a program, let's say, for example, let's use a place like this. You have a program in the next 1 hour, and then the people that are part of, they are not even aware of the program. Like, your crew are not even aware. They will start, what's happening? Or probably they are aware that there's going to be a production, but they don't know what program, for example. They want to start asking. And then in the asking, people will say certain things that are not supposed to, or things that are not true. So if you walk in a place and then the right information is being passed at the right time, you're already blocking the room for rumors. People will not want to exaggerate. People will not want to speculate, because the information is there at the notice board. So what are you saying? I think it's like. Let people. This is the reason. You see. So these are some of the factors that gives room for gossip to take place. People assume, and why they assume is because, like I said, humans are humans. You can't stop them from being humans. They will talk. If they spend more of their time at workplace, they will talk. Because when I go home, I cannot talk to myself. You get, when I even try it, they will take me to the psychiatrist. So people want to relate with people that they share the same value, the same. So if you work in an environment and you're bound by the same goals, you find yourself discussing. And in discussing, if certain things are not right, you bring it to bear. And just to encourage people out there, like, why do you get so broken when people say certain things about you? If they are not true, you can meet the person. Just meet the person. You said this about me and it is not true. Why did you say this? Just try to find out. And if people say things that are not true and they are telling you that yes, it's true because this person, you can go. The law of defamation is there. You have your grounds. If they don't have evidence, they will explain and get tired. So, but just to encourage people that people will talk, whether you like it or not, people will talk. But what should keep you going is what brought you to that particular place. I'm talking about your work. Like, why am I there in the first place? If this is the reason why I'm there, let my gaze be on my work, getting things done. And when your mind is prepared that people will talk about you, whether you like it or not. I can just, like a male colleague can just be talking with a female colleague. The next thing you hear is that they are having relationship. And where is the evidence? When you ask, it's because I smiled at her in the morning. That might just be it. So people will he bought something and shared with her, or we saw them in the kitchen eating food together, and they just speculate and they just say things that are unkind. And certain people are not satisfied. Like I said earlier, the only thing they can bring to the table is that gossip. So woe unto you if that's what your relationship is founded on. Gossip. It is really terrible.
And sometimes it's just that people are dissatisfied. You're not satisfied with what you're getting, and it's very common in our environment because sometimes earlier on, I think Solomon mentioned it. He started mentioning that you go to work and you are overwhelmed because there's a whole load of luggage on your head, and people just keep giving you more work, and at the end of the day, what you're getting is not something that will carry you. So you want to relieve.
You want to relieve, and that's why you gossip.
Some people just do that.
Just why is it that in a corporate organization, for example, or even the informal, when there is like meeting, or when there are opportunity for people to talk, like, okay, is there anything, say whatever, people are going through a lot, there are things you have in mind, we have been hearing all this side of, what can you bring out? Why is that people don't talk at that point? Because that's the platform
it's a platform for you to come out and talk. But a lot of times people, and I've heard this being said, there was a time in school that we were not really happy about what the vice chancellor was doing, and he came himself one time and he's asking, what exactly are the issues that you're having? And someone said beside me said, so that we'll come out and you expel us. So people have that negative ideology.
You have freedom of the speech at that point. But the freedom after the speech is not guaranteed.
So people are afraid that there would be repercussion if you say anything bad about the organization. So it's better I hold my peace.
And look for somebody that will share the same ideology.
Yes. So basically that's how people approach it a lot of times. People are afraid.
Pointing fingers.
Yes.
Nobody wants to say she was the one that said this.
She was.
So you know when Jesus said the person that is sinless should be the first to take the stone and stone. Did anybody do that?
There was a time, a certain this kind of opportunity was given, and I was to explain something, and then I was like,
everybody.
Then everybody was just looking at as if I'm just okay, and I said, okay, let me speak for myself. So quickly, and now withdrew, and I said, let me speak for myself, because it was just a question that was asked. Okay, why is it this? And I feel
and you are very sure that people have been gossiping outside.
No, because we normally sit on a table and then you hear people saying, I just feel this is the reason like why I cannot do this, and that, and then people are like looking at me, because the question was like, can I really remember the question? But I remember what I said. He was like, people don't approach him to express themselves, and I said, sometimes people have this idea like you are hard, like you are not approachable. So once they come, they feel like they can't just express themselves like very, because he's asking, and he was open because he want to hear what is it, And I said it, and he asked. He said, "Am I that?" People were just quiet. I said, "People can betray people."
They just,
You know?
they just snitch on you.
They
Like
They
I
just
saw,
left.
I saw a video.
And the way they were laughing when I was saying, I was like, okay, let me just speak my mind. Well, this is what I feel, because I feel sometimes even me, I have
Get
that,
that
I get that
ideology.
feeling, when approaching, particularly with some sensitive issues that I feel they are just dicey coming to his table. You understand? And you know that ladder. Okay, your boss is there, you're here, and you feel, man, the gap in between is something that, but
I think it's important we draw the line between gossip and concerns. When people, no wonder some organizations will have suggestion box. There are things that are going
even
on
with
that
the suggestion box, unless you would type it,
no,
people follow your handwriting.
you
They will say,
Exactly.
this is this person's handwriting,
This person
just to
does-
victimize you.
even if you have to type it, just type it. There's no, the thing is that some people even say don't
no,
write
I'm
your
telling
name.
you the
I
length that people
understand.
can go
I
in
understand.
really finding out who said
Said
this,
this.
or who did.
So you see, instead of gossiping to and fro, back and mixing, manipulating people, saying go, come here, say this, go there, say it, just to, like, there are people in organization that they are very deliberate about that. They are manipulators. They try to join heads and then so that they can thrive.
They are smiling.
They are not at peace when a place is at peace. So what they do is that, Prudence, do you know Jemima said this about you? And you too, you are after she gave you all the gist, and you two now do wow. Jemima will go back and say, do you know this person said this about you? And let's not give room for that. And let's identify manipulators and apply wisdom whenever they come to. Yes, stay away. Sometimes they come to you and they talk, just be mute. Tomorrow they will not come. But by the time you keep replying, they'll find it very easy for them to also come back and keep like saying things about you. And for people that easily get broken, when people say things that are not true, you can approach them.
Do you
Like
know
I
that
said,
some people will just come deliberately to ask you, how about this new policy? How do you feel about it? After being discussed in a management or in a general meeting. And why are you coming to me to seek for my opinion? Some, they are not just saying because nobody talk and they feel they just want to hear your opinion because they respect your opinion. No, they just
Say
want to
lie, oh.
hear your angle so that they
They
will
can.
take it further and then said, you didn't see when that meeting was going on, you didn't see how Mr. Solo was sitting down. It's because this is what is in his mind. Didn't you notice he's not even in the meeting? Because he's disconnected and this because this is
Yeah.
what he said
Yes, they will not
concerning
give
his
your
view
reasons.
to that.
you see my
You
prof-
understand? So that whoever they are saying that to will
want
now
to gain
feel,
favor.
okay, yes, this is my
And
party.
you know the
He
terrible
now
thing.
go out to source information for me so that I will know how to deal with Mr. Solo.
The
or
terrible
Mr.
thing about people like that is they will never tell you what they say. But you should apply wisdom. That's why I talk about wisdom. You that you're coming to tell me what was your contribution, because the person cannot just feel.
No, you
relaxed
talk
to
about
say
you talk about manipulators.
manipulation.
That's why
So
I,
they can
I
just
said
they can
it.
just
They will
cook
just
up
come.
stories so
In
that
fact, some of them they will write what they want to say, so that if they are telling the person, they will say, "This is what I said," not that, so that the person will know that he didn't mean it, but he said it so that he will get what this person
I
said.
think where this tribe, it means they don't have work to do.
Do you-
If-
do you-
if people
do
are
you
really
get-
engaged,
So-
because sometimes
Take that
this
one
will
side.
even take me to the next question. Why is it that when you are at work, like why is time slower when at work? Why is time slower while at work? It's because you don't have anything doing. Because have you noticed that when you have a lot of things to do, it's
Time
closing
is-
time and you are not
yes,
done.
time
So why is it that time is slower when at work? Because you are busy
It's-
doing
you are not
nothing.
doing anything.
You're just unproductive. Because if you are productive beyond even your own tasks, you try to bring out solutions. There are people that just go to see there. Do you not know that in the same organization where you find people going to gossip about others, there are people that go and make suggestions about how an organization can grow beyond where it is. There are people that do that. There are people that are researching on how they can do their work better. And before you know, it's closing time because you are busy. So when the time is slower while you're at work, please check yourself. Check. If you're not something, if your organization is in their need or you're financially, or you should be thinking of how you can contribute to the growth of the organization. But by the time it's always, hi, this time, it's really slow today.
You know,
The answer is
you know,
you're busy
your
doing
auntie-
nothing.
you you know the
going
fact
back
that
home. That means you're
Exactly.
just there for the money.
exactly.
Because the moment you're coming, your eye is on the clock.
Clock.
You're checking for time.
And
so
it's
how
common
would the
to
time
hear that
move?
the time is not
Time
moving.
is not
oh.
moving.
Hi,
You know
oh.
the only
And
reason-
others will just say, it's Friday already. Wow, the week
Mm.
went so fast.
Fast.
You were working.
You know, when you're engaged doing something, when your mind is moving, your time moves against you. It's a fact. If your mind is working right, if your hands are working right, your body is working right, time moves against you. You find that you're trying to run against time. So that you would have more time to be able to do what you want to do. But if you are idle and sitting down and relaxed and having a leisure time,
You know,
brother and sister, you would not know.
Business person telling you that the time is slow.
No,
He always enough.
He
It's
always
not
tells me
even
that
enough.
I
Time
don't
is
have
not
time
enough.
anymore. Like, time is not enough.
Yes.
So basically, you need to just go back and check yourself. That question should not arise. In fact, the fact that you're saying that, it means that there's a problem somewhere with you.
In fact, even if you
Not
have
your
to say that,
organization.
maybe there's something you need to do after work.
Yeah.
There are
Yes.
people that
Yes,
double their
actually.
hustle.
Yes.
There are
yes, that's
people
it,
in
you're
other
out.
climes they double their work and all of that. So you are looking forward to doing another task.
So
but-
this one is slow.
But by the time you are doing nothing, you can't wait to get home and sleep, and you're saying time is slow, man.
Me, I just feel if that's what you do constantly,
Mm.
then you should go and check yourself. In fact, yes, because there's no reason why you should be there, to be honest. But there are times
Yeah.
that you feel like,
Once in a
yes,
while.
the time is just, because there are days you wake up, you're like, wow, I haven't eaten. Like, seriously?
I wish
Because
I fasted. People
I
say
wish
that.
I fasted. Yes. I
The
wish
day
I
you
fa-
will fast.
The day you fast, the
The
time,
time
will
will not go
crawl you.
anywhere.
Your mind is buried on one project, one work or something, because you want to deliver, from one recording to the other, one script to the other, planning for this, planning for that, and then the time is not there for you. And then you just wish that, they can just give you like 3 days in 124 hours. You understand? Like, they will just compress 3 days in 24 hours, because what is at your hand. So when you feel that, not often, I don't think there's something wrong with it. Let's create that balance. Yeah,
So
sometimes
it
you
means
feel
you're
that.
you are tired.
Yes,
One
but
day
when
you
when
just
when
like
it's
you're
constant, every day you come is the same thing.
Every
You
day
feel
is TGIF.
today this day is
TGIF.
like no. You should check yourself.
And sometimes when someone promised to give you something,
Mm.
how do you feel? You feel like the time is not moving at all. So that goes to tell you that when you place your mind on the time, then the time would not move. But
Mm.
when you are productive, you place your mind
On
on
the work.
doing the job, you won't even know when time
Time
goes.
is
When that person doesn't promise you anything, there's nothing that goes wrong.
Mm.
But let him promise and manage not to fulfill it.
Mm.
You will see how it will be so.
That's
So really, it goes to say you should be focused. Do what you're supposed to do and don't look at the time. The time will not pass and you forget. When the time reach for you to leave, you would eventually leave, but don't focus on the clock.
It was
alone.
indeed an interesting conversation. I wish we can just continue answering all the questions that people ask about work, but our time is actually fast spent. See, it's important that we take seriously the work in our hands. The Bible says that I will bless the work of your hands. It didn't say I will bless the work of your lying down.
Mm-mm.
The works of your hands. So what did you find doing with your hands? Please be good at it. Like the Bible says, whatever is noble, whatever, just do it well. So it is something that we should be grateful for. You have work, you have a business that you're doing. You should be grateful to God for that, because there are people day in, day out. That's their prayer points. Where you are now, that's what they are praying for. Because
For you to
sometimes
move.
you find yourself in a place and you're not grateful to God for where you are. You just keep complaining, but there's somebody out there that has been praying day and night to just be where you are. So whatever we find doing, let's put our heart to it and just put in our best. Let it be that the sole purpose of what you're doing is to bring glory to the name of the Lord, and in his own time he will definitely bless you, because he sees your effort. Thank you so much for all those that sent questions. We keep answering your questions as the day goes by. Thank you, Sambo Solomon, Jemima, and Prudence.
Thank
Wow,
you.
I learned
Pleasure.
a lot of English coming from the Gombe. To our crew, thank you. Hassan Danjuma, Mata Isa, editor Victor Bande, assisted by Sam. Thank you to Jeff. The names are on ending Desmond and Moses, all the audio and sound guys. Thank you so much. MCR, Yila, Margaret, the other name remind Jerry, everybody. Thank you so much. We really appreciate Equa Executive and our supporters for this platform. We are grateful. Until we come your way tomorrow, same time, you have a blessed day.